Once upon a time, in a beautiful garden with rolling green hills and a sparkling pond, there lived a tiny wood louse named Timmy and a plucky little frog named Freddie. Timmy was a shy and timid little fellow, with a soft brown exoskeleton and a pair of antennae that he wiggled nervously whenever he was anxious. Freddie, on the other hand, was full of energy and enthusiasm. He was a bright green color, with long, powerful legs that he used to hop and jump around the garden. One day, Timmy and Freddie were lounging by the pond, basking in the warm sun and enjoying the peaceful sounds of the water. "Isn't this the best, Timmy?" Freddie said, grinning from ear to ear. "I just love it here by the pond. There's always so much to do and see." Timmy nodded, but he couldn't help feeling a little bit left out. Freddie was always so active and adventurous, and Timmy wasn't sure if he was brave enough to join him. He was content to just watch from the sidelines as Freddie explored the garden, chasing butterflies and catching flies. But as the days went by, Timmy began to feel more and more restless. He wanted to see and do more, just like Freddie. So, one day, he gathered up all his courage and decided to join in on one of Freddie's adventures. "Hey Freddie, I want to come with you on your next adventure," Timmy said, trying to sound as confident as possible. Freddie's eyes lit up with excitement. "Of course, Timmy. I'd love to have you join me. What do you say we explore that big, old oak tree over there?" Timmy's heart raced as he followed Freddie over to the tree. He had never ventured so far from the pond before, and he was a little bit scared. But he knew that he couldn't let his fear hold him back, not if he wanted to have adventures like Freddie. As they made their way up the tree, Timmy was amazed by all the sights and sounds around him. The leaves rustled in the breeze, and the birds sang sweet melodies from their perches high above. Timmy had never felt so alive. At the top of the tree, Freddie pointed out a beautiful butterfly flitting from flower to flower. "Look, Timmy, there's a butterfly. Let's see if we can catch it." Timmy's heart skipped a beat. He had never caught a butterfly before, and he wasn't sure if he could do it. But he knew he had to try, so he took a deep breath and followed Freddie as they chased the butterfly from branch to branch. After what felt like an eternity, they finally caught the butterfly, and Timmy couldn't believe his luck. He had done it. He had caught a butterfly, just like Freddie. As they made their way back down the tree, Timmy felt a sense of pride and accomplishment wash over him. He had faced his fear and had a great adventure with his best friend. And he knew that there would be many more adventures to come. As the sun began to set and the stars came out, Timmy and Freddie made their way back to the pond, tired but happy. They had had the most wonderful day, full of excitement and new experiences. And as Timmy drifted off to sleep that night, with the sounds of the pond and the stars twinkling above, he knew that he had found the perfect place to call home, surrounded by the beauty of the garden and the love of his dear friend, Freddie. The next day, Timmy and Freddie woke up bright and early, ready for another day of adventures. As they lounged by the pond, they decided to venture into the forest that surrounded the garden. Timmy was a little nervous about going into the forest, but Freddie was confident that they could handle anything that came their way. So, with a spring in their step and a sense of determination, they set off into the trees. As they explored the forest, Timmy was amazed by all the sights and sounds around him. The trees were tall and majestic, and the forest floor was alive with the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds. Timmy had never seen anything like it before, and he was filled with a sense of wonder and curiosity. But as they made their way deeper into the forest, Timmy started to get a little worried. The trees seemed to go on forever, and he wasn't sure if they would ever find their way back to the garden. Just when Timmy was about to give up hope, they stumbled upon a clearing in the trees. And in the center of the clearing, there was a beautiful pond, surrounded by flowers and tall grass. "Look, Timmy, it's another pond," Freddie exclaimed, hopping towards the water. "I bet there are all sorts of exciting things to discover in here." Timmy hesitated for a moment, but then he decided to follow Freddie into the pond. As they swam through the clear, cool water, Timmy couldn't believe his luck. He had found another beautiful pond, right in the middle of the forest. As they explored the pond, Timmy and Freddie came across all sorts of interesting creatures, from colorful fish to curious turtles. They even met a friendly otter, who showed them all sorts of hidden treasures hidden in the weeds. As the sun began to set and the stars came out, Timmy and Freddie knew it was time to head back to the garden. They had had another wonderful day, full of excitement and new experiences. And as Timmy drifted off to sleep that night, with the sounds of the pond and the stars twinkling above, he knew that he had the best friend anyone could ask for, and that the world was full of endless possibilities and adventures just waiting to be discovered. The end.